Hello, universe. Welcome to the second Change the Future introduction to what the hell we are and what we're doing and why we're doing it and how we're doing it sort of workshop. So we've got three of us today. Do we want to say who we are quickly? We will put the invitation up there. I don't know if maybe it's just you, Dan, that will be up for that, if anyone. But I'm Luke Flegg. I'm co-founder of Change the Future, and I'm a core team member, which will make more sense hopefully shortly.
I'm Dan King, and it's my first time, so I'm just here to find out what it's all about, I suppose. Yeah, and get involved.
All right.
Cool. Does that online participant want to introduce yourself? If not, that's cool.
Me.
Only if you want to.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm Bardi. I'm an old friend and interested.
Cool. We're good. So we did on the Facebook event for this put a little poll out there just to sort of see what sort of things people wanted kind of covered in this, whether they're watching live now or looking back at it later. So some people were interested in how they can fit in now and actually like get their hands dirty driving the project forward. Equally popular was what are the main achievements to date, so we'll cover that a little bit. Very popular was what is Change the Future and what are its objectives, and most popular is how exactly is it going about achieving its objectives. So that's what I'm hoping to cover in this. So what is Change the Future? Change the Future is born out of a mixture of frustration and excitement. It's a frustration that a tiny minority of human beings make huge decisions on a daily basis on behalf of an overwhelming majority who are more than capable of understanding many, at least some of their own needs, and certainly deserve the opportunity to be involved in the responses to those needs in decision making, whether that's in a city, whether that's in a school, whether that's in an organization. We need to move away from this kind of one director or a city council or a government even, you know, just working behind closed doors at firstly understanding the problems of all the people they're supposed to represent, and then single-handedly or as a small, you know, concentration of authority, trying to make intelligent, insightful decisions and responses to these challenges, you know, and shape a community that's supposed to you know, meet all of our needs. We don't need to work that way anymore. And one of the tools, not the silver bullet, but one of the tools, this is the Change the Future philosophy, and I'm sure a lot of this is stuff that you and other people are very kind of acquainted with already, but it is what Change the Future is doing, so I need to sort of explain it. Is that no smartphone app alone or website alone is going to fix democracy or civic engagement or bring communities together to self-organize effectively and solve their problems. Certainly these tools can help, but yeah, you know, the Arab Spring didn't happen because of a website, you know, that was just one of the tools that they used.
Sure.
So yeah, there's loads of projects that actually later tonight, this evening, if you or anyone is interested, I'm meeting up with Barnaby Flynn, who set up a project called Global People Power, who lives in Brighton, and he's very allied with Change the Future, and we've done a few things together. But we're going to work on what existing projects are already out there, you know, that we can learn from and not, you know, miss an opportunity to collaborate and learn from each other. You know, how is Change the Future different to Lumio Democracy OS in Argentina? You know, your priorities in Iceland, you know, all these kind of existing things, Brigade. So yeah, we'll put these into a document at the end of tonight, hopefully, and sort of say how we're different, why we're different. Yeah, so I think it'll be a really nice thing to share. But so that's Change the Future. We're bringing all different kinds of people together, because we don't feel like one demographic is going to be able to harness enough collective intelligence to create solutions that represent our incredibly diverse communities. You know, certainly I know I've only lived one life, and it has been quite colourful so far and diverse and stuff, but I've definitely, you know, never been seriously homeless or you know, had a drug addiction or even been a parent. Like, there's so many things I'm incredibly out of touch with, and even decision makers suffer this. So we're trying to create frameworks for communities to shape their community together in more fun and effective ways.
Great.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So
It does,
far,
yeah.
kind of, yeah,
Sounds
cool.
great.
So sort of moving kind of from the bigger picture, just maybe one more detail in case it isn't totally obvious. Change the Future is totally content neutral. So it's not, you know, it's not politically associated or influenced in any way by any agenda of investors or any sort of partnerships. It's a totally independent project, just run currently completely by volunteers. Even this office space I actually pay for out of my own pocket, because I use that edit suite to do my filmmaking on. And so that's how I pay my rent, and so we just get to use this space. And yeah, so this is what a lot of people kind of struggle with. Some people struggle with a bit to get their head around, is that Change the Future is actually not that concerned with concrete kind of end goal outputs or achievements, you know, like we were just talking about now, but it's much more interested in how we bring people together. What do those spaces look like? The online spaces, but also the physical spaces like this. Like, what do they feel like? How do we hear each other and make sure Luke doesn't just constantly talk at us and bore us? How after this do we create a way to kind of reflect on it and improve this so it's less boring or confusing or whatever? It needs to be shorter, longer. So all these kind of mechanisms, like, we're all beginners. Well, I am a beginner. There's people a lot more experienced than me involved in the project. So yeah, it's content neutral. We're not more interested in animal rights or human rights or environmental things. That's not for us to say. We're just trying to create an effective way for everybody's ideas to actually go somewhere.
I think that's a bit more fundamental, a bit more important to get cracked and get right, isn't it? You know, fundamental.
So, like, yeah, shall I talk a little bit about kind of the history of the project and kind of how it developed a little bit? And just, I'm going to trust you to, if I'm moving a bit slow or a bit fast, like, I challenge you to, and you, Bardi, to make this more interactive, because I really don't want to be like just I don't know how to do this. I'm making this shit up right now. So,
Sure. Yeah.
So you can help me to learn. Like, that's what this is. I think we're trying to create all different kinds of spaces to learn from each other. I'm not the man with the answers here. Okay, so man, obviously for me, from my point of view, an enormous turning point that's inspired this in my life, aside from having an incredibly inspiring mother who is, you know, is always very politically active and didn't take shit from nobody. She like stood up for herself and was plugged into loads of interesting sort of activist groups, and you know, was born in South Africa, and you know, has had a pretty amazing sort of journey. Involved in African politics and things like this, which I know embarrassingly small amounts about. And so no doubt she's inspired me a lot, but I think something very close to home that's really affected me was having a horrible time in school. So sort of at the age of 13, 14, I was really struggling in school, and perhaps worst of all, just didn't really have any friends, really, like barely any friends who I really kind of trusted, who I felt really knew me. I didn't really let anyone in, I guess, or maybe even know how to. And so school was a battleground, I guess. I was trying not to get beaten up. I barely remember anything I learned in lessons. I barely connected with any of my teachers or my, you know, other students. And I started getting in trouble a lot, and I moved from school to school. And somehow ended up in you know, PRUs, like pupil referral units.
No, I haven't.
So like
I haven't heard of them
naughty kids, kind of sort of like dropout schools,
Hmm.
special needs sort of schools, you know, where the naughty kids go and sweep them under the carpet.
Forget about them. Yeah.
Get away from the good kids. So I was there. I went to 2 of those pupil referral units actually, and my mum was getting more and more worried. I just had a single mum, and sort of fairly low income and quite stressed about various sort of things she's trying to juggle in her life and things like this. And yeah, so there was some challenges in my childhood, you know, a lot of easy stuff, but that was really hard, the school thing. And then I was about 14, halfway through secondary school, and somehow we discovered democratic schools. And these are something I feel like loads more people should know about.
I've never heard of that.
Right. And I can understand. Like, there's 2 democratic schools in England. There is Summerhill, which is quite famous. It's about 100 years old,
Yeah.
And that's a boarding school. And then there's Sands, which is down in the southwest, just a day school. Quite small, like 70, 80 people. And I think that's really interesting as well, kind of skipping ahead. I think it's like when you have a smaller community, I think there's just less opportunities for stuff to fuck up as much. Like even within Change the Future, the more people there are, the more every potential problem is magnified. The risk of things happening is magnified. Like people not knowing how to get involved, or people, you know, dropping the ball on various different things or whatever. You know, it makes me think of like planes. Like the bigger the plane you're trying to fly, the more challenging it is to get everything meticulously right. But it's just interesting for me in terms of building communities effectively. But anyway, so I went to this school and it just turned everything upside down. Okay, so first, day 1, I got interviewed, not by staff, but by 4 kids who were like 13. And they just sit with me for about half an hour. And they've got this list of questions that I now realise they kind of designed over several years together. And these kids just asked me different questions about sort of, you know, my story and what school was like and why I'm interested in Sands and stuff. And then they said, do you actually want to come to this school? And that question stuck with me because it still feels so interesting. It feels so thought-provoking for me, that question. Like, do you want to be in this community? Like, what community asks you that? Like, what school has ever asked a kid, do you actually want to be here? Like, and what city has ever said, you know, like when a kid is born in Brighton, like when they're sort of any age, or something, like, do you actually want to be in this city? Sort of thing. Like, obviously you can leave a city when you're an adult, you've got more sort of freedom, but when you're a kid, like, you're just not asked if you want to be somewhere. You just have to be there. And I wonder where a lot of people would be if they were asked more. Like, do you actually want to be in this place? I almost feel like we've forgotten to ask ourselves that question.
That's a very good point, actually. I think there's a lot of truth in that. Yeah, definitely.
And I think until you ask that question, it's hard to explore further. Like, okay, no, I don't think I particularly want to be here, or not right now anyway. And the next question that's deeper, I think, is, okay, so how can I be somewhere else? Because that's really what I feel like is a huge part of empowerment. It's like, okay, I've recognized this isn't how I want to be or where I want to be, but like, what do I want? And I think there's so many people kind of plagued with this this problem of like not really knowing exactly really what they want right now. Like, at least in terms of, that's a bit sort of philosophical. I mean, kind of specifically in kinds of community where we're living, working, playing, coexisting with other people. Like, do we want to be here? Where do we want to be? How do we want to be with people? So this was a school where lessons were not compulsory. You didn't get told off if you missed your lesson. You could just play football all day or just wander around the grounds. And I, for one, certainly did that because I had such strong connotations, negative connotations with teachers and lessons. I just couldn't imagine these being interesting things that were relevant to me. So I just fucked off. I just bunked off.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, I have one question.
Hello. Who are you?
My name is Michael.
Michael, hello. Hi. What's your what's your question?
My question is, why are you guys so fucking stupid?
I'm not sure. Can you shed some light on it, perhaps?
Well, I've been watching your stream and it's really retarded.
Okay. How come?
I mean, there's no logic at all what you're saying, and I can't understand what you're saying. And basically, Hitler did nothing wrong, and Bush did 9/11.
Thank you for your contribution. I get the feeling that you're not going to stay with us for very long.
Ah.
Are you hanging around?
Huh?
Are you staying with us for a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Can I show you something?
Yeah, sure.
This is a theory of change that Change the Future is based upon.
Okay.
So, over here we've got two quite common people in society. In my opinion, I'm just sharing my opinion.
That basically Hitler did nothing wrong, and Bush did 9/11.
Yeah, I got that.
That's not me talking.
Pardon?
Ah.
Are you hanging around?
I'm
So, yeah, I was interested in showing you this. I feel like there's quite a lot of people who can complain about things or raise concerns about things, like our gatherings being retarded, for example.
You want to see some big black nail you did? Let me show you some beautiful.
Amazing.
Look at the size of his cock. That's why they call him black salami.
Oh my gosh. Is anyone in a hurry?
I wish my dick was that big. You got no wish to complain.
The highest attendance we've ever had.
The other day, this guy told me to go truck myself. And you know something? I can't. Just watch.
I would have bent my dick to my ass so I could fuck myself. I would have bent my dick around the back of my ass so I could fuck myself. Oh, hell no!
Right then. See you later.
Okay.
Danger the internet.
So, we've got one real person here, which is Bardi.
Hi.
Introduce yourself to Bardi.
Hi, Bardi.
Hello.
I'm Esme.
Allahu Akbar.
Friend of ours.
Allahu Akbar.
No, I want money. I got cancer. I want money.
Why is Bardi
Money.
I'm personally really interested in this. So I'm just
Bush did 9/11.
I got cancer. I got money.
It's just because it's totally public and on the web. Just anyone.
I want money.
So, yeah, this is the risk.
Bush did 9/11.
Whoa, is this the Klans meeting?
Yeah, we
Yeah, man. KKK meet up, man. Welcome to the meeting, man.
Hi.
Where did you guys find us?
I found you on Craigslist.
What?
Amazing. Incredible. On Craigslist.
Aren't you the guy who took pictures of me when I was 7?
Yeah, that's me. Sorry.
Yeah, he tried to feel my butthole one time. I didn't like it, so I slapped him.
I want to tickle your prostate.
Okay, so seriously, guys, proposals for tomorrow's democracy. What have you got?
Demolish the 9/11 memorial with a plane.
Okay.
Again.
Anyone seconding that?
I'm thirding it.
I don't even know if it got seconded yet. Oh wow, who? Okay.
Well, what can I say? I'm ahead of my time.
What is that repeating video?
What? What video? What are you talking about?
Oh, I messed up. Okay, cool.
Wait, actually, I'm gonna fix my video. Give me a sec. Give me a second.
Cool.
Alright, okay, how's it now? How's it now? Is it good? 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 Whoop! No. Is it good? I'm not getting an answer. Is it good? Is it better? What is it? I don't know.
Alright, cool.
It's a nigger.
Alrighty. So I'm just going to pick off some of these people. Bye, guys. Does anyone want to stay? Seriously. Because you're welcome to if you want to.
Oh boy.
Or Sama.
I get the full experience.
Pardon?
I get the full experience.
Yeah, okay, cool. Right, I'll leave you two guys on anyway. See, Lance has respectfully muted himself. I'm going to start ejecting people who get a little bit too noisy and not very respectful, because we do want to also cover some stuff, and I want to try and help make that happen. You are the
big black lazy bitch.
Welcome. And if people keep joining, we may, yeah, people can make new accounts and stuff. So if that happens loads, we'll just make a new link and then message people with it. Thank you, Kevin. Cool. All right, buddy, are you still with us?
Sabotage.
Can you hear us still? What did you think about that? Buddy?
Hello?
You can hear us?
Sorry, yeah, I left the room for a while.
Was that by any chance anything to do with the random people who got involved?
No, we don't need this.
Cool. Yeah. If more people join, then I'll eject them. They're joining quite quickly. Yeah. So what will have happened is this will have got shared online somewhere, which hasn't actually happened to us before. Well, actually,
I'm watching you.
This has only ever happened once.
That's exactly what the Undertaker told John Cena. But will he be able to?
Yeah, cool. I might send you a link to a new Hangout, buddy.
Okay.
Just cool.
Nigga.
Alright, see you in a minute.